Revenue targets, team management, marriage, kids, fitness goals. The reality for ambitious men is you're expected to excel at everything, all at the same time. We think we can handle it because we always have, but secretly, you're drowning. Your mind never switches off. The to-do list only gets longer, and slowly, you're becoming someone you don't recognize anymore. You see, most men think it's a productivity problem. They just need to get more done faster. And if you keep treating it that way, your marriage, family, your health, man, is going to pay the price. You see, over the past 7 years, I've helped over 1,300 successful men break the chains of overwhelm. And every single one discovered the same hidden problem. They weren't asking the right questions. And when you're stuck asking the wrong questions, every solution will fail, no matter how good it looks. Time blocking, productivity apps, morning routines, they all fail if you don't have the right input in the first place. So in this short video, I'm going to show you the wrong questions you're currently asking, the consequences of asking the wrong questions, and the one question that cuts through the chaos. But first, it's important to understand what caused this problem. Like I mentioned, this isn't a time problem. You're stuck in what I call identity drift. And here's exactly how it happens. Every time you did a good job, people gave you more work. Every time you fixed something, they brought you bigger problems. And here's the thing, it felt good. You got rewarded internally every time you accomplished something. That feeling of being needed, being the guy who gets things done. So you kept saying yes, but being good at things became a trap. Now you're stuck where saying no feels bad, but saying yes is killing you. The more we do well, the more we take on. And we keep moving faster and faster, but we never stop to ask, where are we going? This is the drift. When you don't know who you really are and what you truly want, you say yes to everything. When nothing is clear, everything feels important. You started with clear goals, but slowly, what other people wanted became your to-do list. What other people call success became your goals. You're now trapped living someone else's definition of success. And this matters right now because the longer you stay in the drift, the harder it is to escape. And I've seen ambitious men lose marriages, businesses, health, simply because they couldn't see this clearly. By the way, I made a free guide called 7 Signs You're Stuck in Identity Drift. You can grab it below. It'll show you exactly where this is happening in your life right now. Now, the drift is why you're asking the wrong questions. And there are 3 types of questions that keep you trapped. The first wrong question type is how. Most men ask, how do I get more done? Instead of, who do I want to become? They ask, how can I be more productive? Instead of, what should I stop doing? Or they ask, how do I manage my time better? Instead of, what actually matters to me? And these surface level questions keep you stuck in tactics instead of working on the strategy. The second wrong question type is external validation questions. Maybe you're asking, what will others think? Instead of, what do I want? I see a lot of guys getting trapped in asking, what do they need from me? Instead of, what do I need for myself? And then the most common is, how can I keep everyone happy? Instead of asking, what makes me happy? You see, your decisions get driven by other people's expectations instead of your own values. And then the third wrong question type is addition questions. Most men are asking, how do I do more? Instead of, what should I stop? They're asking, what else can I add? Instead of, what can I remove? Or they're asking, how do I fit this in? Instead of, does this belong here? And when you do this, you're always trying to add systems to an already overloaded life instead of eliminating what doesn't belong there in the first place. Now, these 3 question types create a perfect storm that shows up in 3 devastating ways. First is, you get cognitive overload. This is where your brain tries to store and juggle endless tasks and responsibilities. You can never truly rest because your mind is always switched on. Like at home, your head is running through unfinished projects, upcoming meetings, and the constant worry of forgetting something important. The second is that you develop hyper-responsibility. You have this intense fear of letting people down. Your identity becomes so tied to being dependable and reliable that you feel you have to deliver everywhere, at work and at home. And if you step away from work, guilt floods in. If you miss time with family, anxiety takes over. And so you get trapped where no choice feels right. And then the third is you suffer from mental fragmentation. This is where your attention gets split across dozens of unfinished tasks, responsibilities, and obligations. Like physically, you're present at home, but mentally, you're somewhere else, brother. Almost frozen by the responsibilities. And here's what scares me most. This gets worse over time. The longer you stay in the drift, the harder it becomes to find your way back. It's what leads to divorce, depression, losing connection to what matters most. This is why all those hacks don't work long term. They're trying to manage the symptoms, but the real problem is identity. You're not living as the father, the husband, the man you promised yourself you would be. But what if I told you there's a way out? What if instead of asking the wrong questions, you learn to ask the right ones? Over the past 10 years, working with thousands of ambitious men, I've developed what I called the Identity Code. This is a framework that helps you ask the right questions at the right time. Instead of getting stuck in endless productivity loops, you learn to get crystal clear on 4 things. The first is clarity, what you actually want, not what others expect of you. The second is optimization, how to align your actions with your true priorities. The third is discipline, like the system that supports your identity, not just your to-do list. And then the fourth is engagement, how to be fully present in what matters most. And if you're interested in installing the Identity Code, every month I run a boot camp where I take a small group of ambitious men through this exact process over 3 days, leaving you back in control of life. There's a link to the waitlist below. But there's one simple technique you can use immediately, and it comes from the British Olympic rowing team back in the late 90s. You see, they had all the talent in the world, but couldn't get above 3rd or 4th place. They were doing everything, like they had the special diets, they had the extra training, the new techniques, better equipment, but they were scattered, unfocused. They were saying yes to every suggestion. Then they decided to filter every single decision through one simple question. Will it make the boat go faster? Training sessions, will it make the boat go faster? New diet, will it make the boat go faster? Social event, will it make the boat go faster? If yes, they did it. If no, they didn't. No exceptions. Like that ruthless focus took them from 4th place to Olympic gold. They went from scattered and overwhelmed to laser-focused champions. Same talent, same team. Just one question changed everything. And that's what you can do with this one question. Will this make me the man I want to become? If yes, do it. If no, don't. Now here's my challenge for you. Use this question for 1 week and watch how different your choices become. The men I work with don't just get more productive. They get their lives back. They reclaim evenings with their families. They sleep better because their minds finally switch off. They stop feeling guilty about every choice because they know what actually matters. And most importantly, they recognize themselves again. But if you want the exact 4 questions you must ask every day to cut your work hours in half, I made this video for you right here. Stay strong.